Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Rockwood number RM760 in a 625 finish. This is a concealed edge pull. This is generally going to be mortised directly to the style of the door, so that when you're looking at the door in an elevation perspective, literally all you're seeing is this face, okay, where you will tip the handle up and then be able to pull your door open. That's where you're going to see this. People like to install the RM760s on doors where they are attempting and desiring a concealed look to the hardware as much as possible. So this will complement very well pivot hardware or invisible hinges and especially concealed pivots, I should say that, like a center hung pivot or a concealed style hinge. There's not much at all that you see when you look at the door. Let's go over the dimensional properties of this item. And by the way, before we do that, the RM760 is available in several different finishes. 605 for polished brass, 606 for satin brass, 612 for satin bronze, 613 for oil rub bronze, 619 for satin nickel, 625 for polished chrome, 626 for satin chrome. Okay. Now, the dimensional properties. They give a width and a height. Let's go with the thickness first. 3/8 of an inch, 4 1/4, and that comes from the catalog. 1 inch wide. Length of that handle from the edge, just because we're taking dimensions, 2 9/16. There is a link below this video to a document called Product Brochure, which is very handy because it will allow you to review the Rockwood RM760 in the page from the catalog where it originates from, and then on that same page you'll see some sister products related to it. Quite frankly, the RM750 series are very common. The 752 is very common. So keep that in mind. It's something we sell often, as a matter of fact. Now, the preparation for this, there's not really a template, but if I was prepping for this, I would be simply looking for doing it with a router. And if you own a router, you probably don't need any explanation on how to go about doing this. But I would use a router. I would have a caliper so that I could very accurately measure the body thickness, the body width, and then I would literally, if I had more than one to do, certainly I would create a template and then route the edge of the door and then square out the corners quite carefully and then have a very professional finished look on there. And these fingerprints are just literally the result of me handling it right now. It doesn't come from the factory that way. Okay, very nice, attractive item. The concealed edge pulls from Rockwood can be done in a variety of lengths. The 4 1/4 overall length is typical, but they can manufacture custom lengths up to 12 inch in length should you want something more substantial. But the RM760 is almost every single concealed edge pull that you'll look for or expect to bump into. Okay, not a lot of call for special heights, even though we have sold those. There is a package of screws that are included. They're going to be in a complementary finish, and that's for attaching here. It's completely non-handed. Both sides of this are countersunk. Now, there is a link below this video to a document called, to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up the full line product catalog and review all things Rockwood hardware related in their core catalog, which is the traditional Rockwood series of trim and auxiliary hardware. Then there is the architectural door pull catalog, which contains all of their RM series custom manufactured items. This is just ancillary hardware in that catalog, as that catalog is primarily custom door pulls. If you have a need for custom door pulls, that would be where you'd want to start. If you have any questions on the Rockwood RM760 in a 625 polished chrome finish, and by the way, that 625 infers not only polished chrome, but it infers solid brass base material as well, as evidenced by that magnet and just the general hue of the material gives or surrenders the fact that the base material is brass just by looking at it. So if you have any questions on the RM760 and a 625 solid brass polished chrome finish or any other Rockwood product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.